It's 2024 and we're back to staying up all night testing out new 360-degree cameras and VR hardware. What's up y'all? My name is Rejan, and to start this year off, I'll be sharing my thoughts about the differences between the Meta Quest 2 and the Meta Quest 3. Since the release of the Quest 3, we've seen a bunch of content boasting about the improved features. But in this video, I'll be giving you guys my pure, unfiltered, honest opinion about the two. Now, before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know that the team here at 180x2, powered by African Techno, have all agreed that honesty is the best way forward when it comes to making these review videos. That means that I don't do this to promote these products, but more so to give you guys better information so you can make a more informed purchase. If there's something that's not cool about a product and I don't like it, I'm allowed to say it and I won't get punished for it. Yeah, actually, that didn't happen. We didn't have that conversation, but I figured it would be easier for me to get their forgiveness as opposed to asking for permission. So if you guys see me in the next video, thank you so much for your prayers, because Lord knows these bills don't pay themselves. Okay, with that being said, wish me luck. Let's go.
Apart from the obvious fact that there's full color pass-through on the Quest 3 as opposed to the black and white that's on the Quest 2, there's a clear difference in the ability to communicate lighting and detail. On the Quest 3, you can see the screen a lot clearer, it's easier to identify objects around me, and it also gives a clearer image of what's happening outside the window. The improved spatial tracking allows for more accurate mapping of your physical environment, which can take into account any objects in your space. If you're on a budget, however, the Quest 2 is still a great headset to use. Once you've set up your boundary, just make sure you move any obstructions out of your play area before you get fully immersed. This could be a significant factor in your decision-making process, but let's pause this video right here because I know you're expecting me to say that there's a clear difference in the visuals from the get-go, but that wouldn't be true. The big difference here comes from the pancake lenses that makes everything a bit more pleasing to your eyes when compared to the Fresnel lenses on the Quest 2. That does give us visual improvements such as the wider field of view, and you do get a broader focal sweet spot, meaning there's less blur and distortion on the outer edges, but apart from that there isn't much of a difference in game. Most VR games are still optimized for the Oculus Quest 2, and it falls on the developers of games and apps to improve the graphics to suit the capabilities of the newer headset. We can obviously expect updates to come out that have better game graphics on the Quest 3, and some of those might not be as great on the previous Quest 2 due to the limitations in the hardware. The Quest 3 continues to use the popular touch controllers with disposable batteries, but now we don't have the tracking ring around them. I would rate that as a great design upgrade, but also the improved haptic feedback and increased precision give you a more immersive feel in the virtual world. If you already own a Quest 2, the controllers are backwards compatible. It is worth noting that the Quest 2 tracking isn't as fast as the Quest 3, not that it's a train smash because it's not that noticeable except when you're comparing the two headsets. Connectivity is a crucial aspect of any VR device. The Quest 3 introduces faster Wi-Fi capabilities, reducing latency and improving the overall online multiplayer experience. It's a subtle but impactful upgrade that enhances your connection to the virtual world and also gives your friends and family a first-hand view of what you're seeing. The Quest 3 takes the lead with the performance due to its Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chipset. Basically, it has a more powerful processor and handles more complex VR applications and games better than the Quest 2. This means faster load times, smoother gameplay, and an all-round more responsive VR experience. That does not imply that the Quest 2 headset is slow, because you can still enjoy all your favorite VR games and apps with minimal lag once the game is loaded. Accessories and upgrades are always something to consider. Fortunately, many accessories for the Quest 2 are compatible with the Quest 3. However, Meta has introduced some new accessories specifically designed for the Quest 3, such as enhanced comfort straps and additional sensor modules for even more accurate tracking. We can also expect a bunch of firmware updates, and it's easy to assume that some of these may be more advantageous for Quest 3 users due to the upgrades in graphics and performance, which may be limited by the capabilities of the hardware of the Quest 2. Finally, let's talk price. The Quest 3 is obviously more expensive because of its advanced features, but the value it provides ultimately depends on your budget and how updated you are on the latest VR technology. For a first-time user, the Quest 2 would offer tons of value for money, especially when it's all about full immersion in games and apps. The Quest 3 may be rated as a better headset, But unless you'll be focusing more on mixed reality and augmented reality apps, you're not really missing out on much while using the Quest 2. This might change in the future, but for now, while we still have a lot of backward compatible apps, games and accessories, the Quest 2 could still be the best option for beginners looking to get a VR headset at an affordable price. So my final thoughts are, both are phenomenal VR devices, but the Quest 3 undoubtedly brings some exciting upgrades to the table. It's still a fairly new headset, and I rate the most impactful changes are going to happen under the hood, or in other words, inside the game. The advantage with the Quest 3 is that there's a lot more room available for improvement, and as future app updates come out, the Quest 3 may be more suited to handle them than the Quest 2. It's important to consider your priorities, budget and preferences when making your decision. With that being said, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, happy VR gaming, and keep it real.